Now we're going to start using your calculator. Like the very first bit I told you, it doesn't matter how big the triangle is. As long as the angle stays constant, the ratio of the sides, opposite over adjacent, opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, will always be the same, no matter how far out you stretch that triangle. So when they say tan of 35 is equal to 0.7, they're saying if you have a triangle, don't have to write this down, tan is opposite over adjacent. The ratio of these two sides will always be 0.7. Okay, it doesn't matter if I draw the triangle. That's a really bad triangle, but if I make it bigger, if that angle is the same, the ratio of these two sides is always 0.7. Okay, so how do you get the 0.7? Well, they have done so before the advent or the invention of calculators, we used to have to use these things. And this only goes up to, well, it's only 90 degrees because, but it's only to 4 decimal places. Yes, they can keep going in terms of decimal places, but we have calculators. All right. So everybody, take out the calculator, please. Now, that's horrible. You're not going to see anything, but you might hear something on the video. I'm just unplugging it. Okay. On your calculator. Fine, come on. All right, here's my calculator. So, there we go. Up here on your calculator, see how it says DEG on mine? Yours will say, some will say D, okay? So turn your calculator on, top right-hand corner of the screen, it might be in the top left-hand corner. It should either say DEG, like mine does, or it'll say rad. Yeah, I know, you can switch it. This is what we're gonna talk about right now. I don't want you to switch it. Okay? So there's three ways to measure angles. In grade 10, we only use degrees. That's all you know so far. Okay, grade 12, you learn rads. If you go on to do engineering, you'll learn gradients. So degrees. So your calculator needs to say DEG or D. If it says R or rads or G or gradients, put your hand up because we have to get it out of that mode. So everybody's calculator says DEG or D? If you change it to gradients or radians, you will get every single question wrong. It has to be in DEG mode, degree mode. Okay? It must be, or you're going to get every single trig question wrong. Okay. So now we're going to do tangent of, sine of 35. So everybody's calculator will be different. Mine, whoops, I just hit sine 35 equals, and you should get 0.5735, blah, 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 blah. Who got that answer? Put your hand up high if you got it. I need to see everybody's hands in the air. All right. Now we're going to do, okay, I can move my calculator. I can plug back into here. Are you in the wrong mode? You got to get a calculator, Tyler. You got to start breaking it. Okay. So, sine of 35, what did we say? 0.5736? Maybe you round up, don't you? The 7 bumps the 5 to 6. 0.5736. Okay, tell me what cosine of 35 is then. Peeps, 4 decimal places. Let's go. 8192. Make sure you can get these. I know this seems simple, but this is super important. This is on page, I don't know, 67. Thank you. All right, if you got that, sine of 58 and cos of 58, please. Did people get those numbers? 0.8480 and 0.5299. We're good? I'm break that. 7 minutes. 7 minutes of goodness. Okay. We're all good? All right, 69, please. 2 pages over. Okay. Page 69. This page right here. Okay, so not using guess and check. If I have sine of A is equal to some ratio. Remember, the A or the X or whatever variable is with the trig function. So if I wrote tan of A is equal to some ratio or cosine of A, and they should have degree symbols, is equal to some ratio. This A, whatever's in with the trig function, represents the angle. Okay. So if you look at the triangle A, we're talking about angle A. It always is with the trig function. Okay. Now, what if I give you the ratio, but I don't give you the angle? So in this case, I've said tan of x is equal to 1.2. I've told you this is the ratio, right? That's the ratio of the two sides. I want to know what the angle is. So how do you get that back? So on your calculator, got that. I'm just going to plug back into the doc cam here. Let's look at my calculator again. Okay. On your calculator, hopefully. You see how this says sine, cosine, and tan? And then below it, on yours, it'll probably be up here. You should have a sine to the minus 1, a cos to the minus 1, and a tan to the minus 1. Does everybody have that? Those? Tan to the minus 1, cosine to the minus 1, and sine to the minus 1. All right. Okay, so this is the button you use to find out angles. So if I say tan of x is equal to 1.7, I'm asking for the angle. To get the angle, now we're going to fib some math because you're not going to learn why this works until grade 12. Okay, so you're just going to have to trust me on this bit. What you do is you go the angle x is tan to the minus 1 of 1.7. So on your calculator, you have to hit tan to the minus 1. Now my calculator shows it, and then I put the ratio inside of that, 1.7, and you should get 59.5. So your angle is 59.5 degrees. Everybody else good? Like all the time? I don't know when that'll come to effect. Oh, okay. Ugh. Knew it was coming. All right, I'm just gonna enjoy my no math then. Okay. So that is how you find angles. So let's just go back to here. Okay, so here we go. We have sine of A is equal to 0.3584. I want to know what angle A is. So A is sine to the minus 1 is 0.3584. What is that angle? Anyone? Whoever said that? Is that you, Selma? Is that you? 21. All right. Tell me what cosine of B is. Tell me what angle B is in the next one, and then P, and then C. Finish those three there, please. Because we're finding the angles. When you're finding angles, you do that shift or second function to the minus 1. Sorry? Oh, you mean this? For sine and cosine, yes. For tan, it doesn't have to be below 1. Sorry? What do you mean put decimals in? No, they just want nearest degree. Make sure you get those numbers. Did you get those numbers? If you got those numbers, you can go on break. See you in 10 minutes.